Thursday, and you know what that means. Welcome to Max Wrestling 508. Yes, the TSK TakeOver is continuing. It's in full effect. Hell, it's in bonus effect because Mike Larkin's back. We're here to deliver every twist and swerve in all the crazy wide world of professional wrestling. Coming up tonight, WWE's women's division finally gets their own U.S. title. How soon until they get their first intercontinental title? And is this too many titles? I have said the word title too many times. It's lost all of its meaning. Plus, it's match week 8 in the Golden Gauntlet. Last week, Beer cut Travis Walker Anderson's reign short. He's now the world champion. He is the man to beat. Who will he go up against this week, and can he make it? 2 on the bounce. Plus, massive changes to the promo series card that you do not want to miss. So do not forget to hit the follow button right here, the thumbs up button, subscribe button, all that fun stuff. And then, of course, follow us on all the audio platforms, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever it is you get your podcast. And, of course, for all things Max Wrestling, and of course some TSK, head on over to the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. And before I run all out of breath, head over after this. We did the pre-show earlier. After this drops, go right to TikTok, Cypher the Prophet, on the brand new show After Max, hosted each and every week by the current reigning television champion Cypher. Like last week, we went straight into the nonsense, the NXT, the AEW. Nope, we're not doing the head-to-head. We'll get into it a little bit later. First, we have to get into the fun stuff. So, the fun stuff, and I love this. Some people think that the gorilla position is where King Kong stands. And because of that, this is Shit Mark Say.
They hate Japanese wrestlers. They know less than we forget. They don't know who's the bestler. They're having a wank to Jim Cornette. Not a single GCSE between them. This is Shit Mark Says.
Alright, so I scoured the internet, got DC, found a couple things, and I of course I had to look at the usual suspects, the Jim Cornettes, the Eric Bischoffs, and it's like in politics when everybody kept saying you couldn't keep Donald Trump's name out of your mouth if you're a Democrat and vice versa if you're a Republican. Eric Bischoff cannot keep Dave Meltzer out of his mouth. He calls him a parasite for literal no good reason. This guy's talking about some nonsense on his fucking page, and he brings up, yeah, Dave Meltzer's a parasite. All right, way out of left field. But hey, that's fucking Eric Bischoff for you.
I think at this point it's just fun to hate on Uncle Dave, just like it's fun to hate on AEW. Apparently, people are just like, fuck Dave Meltzer. Well, and you know, Dave's probably like, the fuck did I do?
Dave did nothing. Dave's
nothing.
Don't get me wrong. You can have your opinion. You can love or hate Uncle Dave. We get that. You know, you're entitled to your opinion. But like, he's doing the same thing most of these other jerk offs are doing.
Just saying.
And then I mean, as Mike, as you can definitely attest to, I hate everything.
Attaboy.
And everyone.
Attaboys.
And everyone. I hate you.
I hate you.
I literally hate almost everything. I will shit on everything. I'll shit on Meltzer, Bischoff. Like, do I think Meltzer's a tool? Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Is Eric Bischoff a tool?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All day long.
He's a wrench.
He's beautifully put. He's a wrench.
Yeah, he's a socket wrench, if anything.
Ratchet.
Well, it goes back to the fact that, I mean, well, it goes back to the fact that with all these guys have podcasts, like you mentioned, Eric Bischoff, Jim Cornette, mind you, in their heyday, whether it be different variations, whether they're announcers, managers, or on-screen characters, a lot of them really see more what we've seen in the 90s and the 80s and even early 2000s, but a lot of them kind of remove themselves from what's going on today, and where they're still stuck 20, 25 plus years ago. For example, I mean, you look like Jim Cornette back when Arya Davari and Sean Davari, when they first did the Saudi show, and they were in that angle, so it was the two Iranians against the Saudis, which was Mansoor and his creative freedom. Fuck you, Mansoor. So Mansoor was involved in that. Mansoor, excuse me. Yes, thank you. But that's the thing too, and like Cornette's talking about, well, if this was me, goddammit, I would have had a fucking done a riot, goddammit. But it's just like, I gotta get him right now, But it's like, Jim, it's not the 70s anymore. This is not the territory days where you want people throwing rocks and slashing your tires and putting a bat up in there. A lot of things have changed, and a lot of people cannot change with the times. That goes in any aspect of life. So this is just Bischoff being Bischoff. He's Bischoffing, if you will.
Bischoff.
It's a lot of boomer attitude,
Or mentality.
like,
There you go.
boomer mentality. And they're just back in my day, and back in the good old days.
Back in the good old days.
Were they really good? Were they?
Old man yells at cloud.
As a guy who got 60 plus episodes deep into the Retro Rewind, hey, there was some good, but there was a lot of bad. And I didn't even get deep into the Attitude Era. So, what does that tell you?
And we were all kids during that stuff, and we thought that was the greatest shit ever. But looking back on it now that we're, all,
Adults.
in Dan's case, grumpy,
There you go.
old men, it wasn't that good.
No, and I honestly, I think it's the same thing with music, with movies. Like, every generation thinks that their generation was the absolute best. All others are shit. Like, Rob, you and I, we grew up in the Attitude Era time frame. Back then, you thought, oh my god, every week is great. Even some of the McMahon-Austin stuff was stupid.
Oh, no, beyond
Really?
stupid.
I mean, I'd always say, I started around the Ruthless Aggression era in 02. I mean, what a great way to come in. You have the Billy and Chuck wedding, Katie Vick, and everything all into one. 2002, it had its high moments and it had its high points, but when you have Necrophilia and Billy and Chuck doing a wedding, hey, funny as it was, but that's the time period that we had. And if it not being like WWE pretty much bragging that they beat WCW the year prior, that was immediately the general consensus of what the storylines were back in the day. So you had a very, ongoing repetitious formula.
Repetitious indeed, yeah. It was also a lot of shock factor. As much shock factor as you could get, especially with, as you said, the necrophilia is blatantly put. I did love the little segment. It was a Chris Van Vliet. It was him and Billy Gunn. They were talking about it. He's like, we had no idea where they were going with this. None. We were just fucking hanging on for the ride.
Yeah.
I don't think they even knew.
That's what he means. Like, they didn't know where they were going to go. They didn't really think they were going to go as far as, well, wait a minute, you guys should get married. Like, wait a minute, huh?
What?
Well, look at it 22 years later. Billy Gunn finally finished his story and gave the famous her to Rico back at WrestleDream. 63-year-old Rico making an appearance for Marseille and Mansoir.
The guy did not look like he aged. Not one bit.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not one bit.
What is his secret? I want to know.
I'm trying to find this out.
Fountain of Youth, the man's a former cop. He was an American Gladiator. He was a security for a lot of people.
That's what it was, American Gladiator.
Yes.
That's right.
That was over 30 years ago, Mo.
That's right. Yeah, he was in the 90s. Oh my
I think
God.
him and Billy Gunn got some secret juice or some shit.
Well, yeah. Did you see the fucking American Gladiators?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus. They're not so. They were gladiator in physique, not so much in athleticism. But that's.
Oh, look at Magnus. Well, how do you think TNA got Nick Aldis Magnus? Dixie caught a honey, had a little crush on him for seeing him in American Gladiators UK, honey, and that's how we got Magnus in TNA because you saw him in American Gladiators UK.
And now look at this guy.
Yeah, right.
Now look at this dude. You thank Dixie Carter for absolutely everything, big dog. Seriously, absolutely everything.
Thanks, honey.
Thanks. You guys are killing me. All right. So I got another one. DC brought this one to my attention. There was rumors circulating. I'm still thinking they're rumors that Malachi Black could be leaving AEW. I think even he batted him down, saying like he's just there. He's not getting used. So Brody had went on there, says he's going to miss his brother Malachi, and then Takara World comes back with this entire rant. I'm going to read it verbatim. So nobody, please, for the love of God, come at me. Dude.
Mind you, all caps rage.
All caps rage. Thank you, DC. I appreciate that. All caps rage.
Very, very important.
Dude, shut your bitch ass up. You're the clear reason why Malachi Black's singles run didn't stay on track in his early AEW run. I hate the day you and that Buddy Matthews came to AEW. His AEW career alone would have been AEW World Champion, not Tag Trios Champion. Huh? Some of that wasn't English, but I mean, that's the internet for you these days. I mean,
imagine telling Brody King to shut your bitch ass up.
That's literally where I was going to start. I was like, that's the last thing I'm going to do. I'm not Darby Allin. Okay, I think Darby Allin is probably the only person in the world that could tell him to shut his bitch ass up. They're going to fight anyway, so whatever.
Right.
But
whatever.
No, thank you.
No.
I'm not doing it. And then secondly, let's be frank. We were talking about even back then, the over bloated roster that AEW had, you couldn't push a Malachi Black because you're gonna have to pull a Kenny, or you're gonna have to pull I think a Hangman at the time, or some other ones, a Jericho, which you probably should have just fucking pulled a Jericho. But there was that speculation of who's gonna lose their spot for Malachi to get one, and then it turned into they were the best trios out there, the best faction. You wanted to be that faction. They won the belts, and their entire run has been lackluster. But that's not at the fault of Brody nor fucking Buddy Matthews.
Buddy.
None of them three. None of the three is it at their fault. It's of the booking. This has been just bad booking. We have been saying for fucking months, years even, that they've been built like shit. They have perfect opportunities to give them tag titles. They fumble it. They give them perfect opportunities to get trios titles. They're what? They've won them once?
Once, yeah.
In a very lackluster reign.
So, again, what does that have to do with the other two members of the faction? How does that stifle this one man? The reality is the stifling has come from the booking. They haven't found anything for him, or they haven't felt the need to push him in as a main eventer or whatever have you. And it's the same exact thing that we would say about anyone in any other place. Oh, well, he's a main eventer. He's a main eventer. He's a main eventer. And they didn't push him. And it's going to either be a fumble or they're going to eventually turn it around. I'm hoping they turn it around. He's not leaving. So.
No, at least not right now.
Thank God.
The absolute cringy thing, I think, though, is people, after he put that video out on IG, where basically he said, every time I have a singles match, it seems this comes up. I'm not hurt. I'm not retiring. I'm not leaving. People are calling him a liar. What the fuck?
Too.
What the actual fuck? You're hearing it from the man's mouth himself. Like, what more does he have to do?
And this guy
he's not leaving.
Well, not only that, it's not like he's, and I'm no disrespect to the ladies, it's not like he's one of the girls that's always on TikTok and he's just gonna make a video. He's not Johnny TV, okay? He's not Johnny TV. So to see him do this has got to mean something, and the majority of people are blowing it off, and it's like that. First off, you guys are the reason why fucking wrestling's dying, okay? It's because you could just, it's got to be my way or the highway. It really doesn't. Go along for the ride. I promise you it's going to get bumpy, but that's kind of the point of it. But they bitch and moan. Bitch and moan over everything. I don't believe you. You're pulling my leg. You're going to leave for WWE because your wife's there. I thought Samantha Irving was supposed to end up in AEW overnight because Ricochet's there. Where's she at?
No, Samantha Irving in AEW. Nowhere. She's going to focus on a music career, man.
So again.
They haven't stopped on her either.
No.
And honestly, Mo, I'd even add, you talk about booking, and I've seen this mentioned on Twitter, other Facebook groups, even TikTok. Someone said, well, like you mentioned, the booking. And, people said, well, Tony Khan, ultimately, it's to quote President Dwight Eisenhower, the buck stops here. The buck stops with Tony. Ultimately, his call, his company, he has had plenty of opportunity to push Malachi Black. Am I saying Malachi's not going to eventually leave when his contract is up? Maybe. Plus, it's not our business what his contract status is. And when his contract could be up end of the year, could be up in 6 months, another year, we don't know. And the guy who kind of, all caps rage to Brody King, to it, I just say to that, say it to his face.
Say it to his
face.
face.
Brody King, big fucking Brody King, and have the balls to say it to his face.
Guaranteed he probably has to use a stepladder to actually look Brody in the eye, though.
I mean, to go on your point about characters, to go on about characters real quick. I mean, you look at, we had, people talk about Karrion Kross and, how he was booked, the trajectory of his career in WWE, especially since coming back. But, I mean, you finally have something for him, and people would complain about him. But I'm like, Karrion Kross has had a WrestleMania moment. He's having the time of his life. Now we have the Final Testament feud, which is going to be off the chain. And they're incorporating Scarlett, who's going to wrestle with Nikki Cross. So there's that added element to it. I think people, when it comes to seeing those trajectory of characters, they automatically think they're unhappy when it's like, no, again, mind your business, number one, but also number two, we always talk about things letting play out and so to speak, but at the end of the day, you see Malachi Black from when he first came in and he absolutely squashed Cody, and then we got the House of Black and him and Brody King were a tag team on the Indies. You put everything together. Let the pieces fall as they may, number one. And number two, also to put it in the bluntest of terms, everybody, just shut the fuck up.
Hey.
Just shut the fuck up. To quote Fred Durst and Method Man in Together Now, just shut the fuck up.
The fuck
Shut
out.
the fuck up.
In together now.
What?
Great song.
But it's funny that you bring up Cross, though, because people are actually starting to get interested in this feud with Wyatt Six. And people are like, wow, for those of us that already knew the capabilities of carrying Cross, we knew. Some of y'all just had to wait and let it play out.
Just watch the Impact run, man. 2018 to 29. Watch the Impact run.
For those that do their history, know the most.
And his comedic timing is good, too. I mean, the video that he and Scarlett did where she says, hey, we gotta go. They just abducted Miz. And he says, how long ago? And she said about 30 minutes. And he says, oh, he's already dead.
Oh, he's
already dead.
He's already dead.
Basically saying,
Fuck him. That's fucking
and some of us already knew that. And now the rest of the world is finally catching the fuck up.
They're getting back on track with him.
I'll put it bluntly to add on to these two terms. You got these TDM, these TDMFs, if you will, as I like to call them, these tiny dick motherfuckers.
Hey,
tiny dick
motherfuckers that just have to come out of the woodwork. It's like, oh God, he's feuding with The Miz. Mind you, now that The Miz is a veteran and he's just someone with such pearls of wisdom and knowledge in his own right, I'm like, first and foremost, it makes sense because Bo Dallas and The Miz were in The Miz-tourage and Dexter Lumis and The Miz had a feud. So he's got beef with two members of the Wyatt Six as well. So, I mean, it's like, people, again, let it play out. Two, shut the fuck up. And number three, just fucking enjoy it and actually learn something. You know what I'm saying? Absorb, adapt, take it in. Take it in.
Got it. See, somebody frame that right there, because that's exactly what needs to be said. Be patient. Let it happen. Let it fucking happen. All right, last one before we move on to some talks about the women's championships. Wrestling News had dropped something. Says what changes need to happen in AEW to get attendance and ratings up. Let's just call this dude Drunken Yoda, because that's his quoted name or whatever. He says, have Tony Khan accept the truth. AEW is not on the level of WWE. Move to smaller venues. Let Tony Khan move away from booking. Hire a good booker. I propose Jim Cornette.
Wow.
So,
the Drunken Yoda was doing okay. There's probably two things that he got right.
Well, in reality, they already are in smaller venues to keep it funky. Let's be honest here. Like, they're already in the smaller...
Bridgeport, Connecticut, yeah. The Bridgeport show last night was in a smaller venue.
Exactly. So, I mean, they're not getting these, 10,000-seat arenas as often as WWE would get. But he's not wrong on Tony Khan completely losing booking and hiring a booker. I'll take that as one and two. But, you all remember how Jim Cornette's run in MLW went?
Yeah. I mean,
all I remember was Sammy Callahan spitting water in his face, and that was great.
Oh God! Well, I mean, if you really think about Jim Cornette booking, he would probably, much like when he was in Ring of Honor, he would send guys like Kevin Steen and El Generico. He'd be letting like friggin' Moxley and Orange Cassidy get the damn pockets of the fucking plumber, or it's gonna fucking send him home. God damn it! So I mean, you have that mindset of people he doesn't like. He'd probably be sending them home. He'd be trying to find other ways. He'd probably fire everybody because he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He'd probably slap him like He'd probably slap him like he did Santino. He'd probably get into a verbal exchange like he did with Kevin Thorne at the time because Jim Cornette is just that batshit crazy. So I mean, look at how Smoky Mountain Wrestling turned up, for God's sake.
Oh, yeah.
So, that shit says it enough. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of enough said in its own, but let's keep it funky. And the reality, I guess, maybe the hypocriticism of this fucking ignorant drunken Yoda over here. Jim Cornette hates AEW. He doesn't like the Young Bucks. He hates Kenny Omega. He is not a fan of their company and what they produce. And to say, hey, let's have him book it, he'd just say, all right, cool, scrap your show.
No, I'll tell you what he would do. He would give every single fucking title to the Outriders.
Oh, God.
Or FTR.
Outriders.
First off, the Outrunners do deserve some type of goal. They're amazing, and they've done nothing, and it's fantastic. But that's
it reminds me of when Jericho and friggin' Lance Storm were the Thrill Seekers in Smoky Mountain when they were doing the arcade. Yep.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Bring back the fucking windbreakers. Oh,
Man,
God.
if they need it, if they go get Zicky Dice, make them a trio.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm with it. Let's go.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, that was Shit Mark Say. That was a fun segment. Whole bunch of laughs. Let's get into a fun topic, though. Like I said, we found out on SmackDown. They were unveiled the Women's United States Championship. I believe they're going to have a tournament.
Yeah.
And then now I'm already thinking, or at least the internet, or the wrestling internet, if you will, is already thinking that we're immediately going to turn around and have a Women's Intercontinental Championship. So I want to ask, can we have one without the other?
No.
Well, that was the point. Okay. So DC says no.
I mean, if you're gonna have one, you might as well have the other.
Okay.
Right. I mean, you have a broad spectrum of women from all three brands. I mean, if you look at veterans that could hold it, you could have a Mi Chin, who's been working her butt off for these last doggone 2 years. The HBIC had Betty in charge. You have Chelsea Green. You have Piper Niven.
Yeah,
you
gotta say it right, Mike. You gotta say it right.
Chelsea Green! I mean, you got Piper Niven, you got Lash Legend, you got Jakara, you got, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, ooh, I am for real. I mean, you have so many people that are so right in that system, and I mean, we've seen Lash Legend and Jakara go to friggin' SmackDown. I mean, you have a lot of talented women there. It's much like with the men, so there's so many people that you could really integrate and have integral roles there. So, I mean, it's something. You have to have the broad spectrum and the general consensus of where you want to go. Have a veteran hold it, work with the younger talents. There's so many things that you could do, and it's very exciting for everybody to really step up their game, too. So, I mean, I'm here for it. I think it's about time. I think the recognition is well overdue.
Oh, yeah.
So let's rock it.
Absolutely, and with the roster being as deep as it is, they can have 2 mid-card titles easily. Absolutely, 100%.
I like
it. It was reported a while back, maybe a month or so back, that the WWE was working on mid-card titles for the women for both Raw and SmackDown. Now, typically, what they'll do is they won't introduce a new belt until the replicas are ready.
Hey.
So what this tells me is, A, the women's U.S. replicas are probably ready. They're probably just waiting until they can crown a new the first champion. Probably, I would say the December pay-per-view, if they have one. Probably you'll see it relatively soon, I would think. Now, the women's Intercontinental, my guess is either one of two things. One, the real belt's not ready yet. Or B, the replicas aren't ready yet.
My guess would have to be the replicas, because how hard is it to make the same thing with a white strap?
Pretty much.
I'm not trying to be a dick. But
Now,
I mean,
here's the question. Another thing is could be how long these have been in the works, because, they just got a brand new belt for, that Jay got. It could be that they had the replicas ready with the old design, and now they have to go back in and paint them, which it's a lot more involved than people realize.
I'll paint you.
I'll paint you.
Mercedes, I love you. You're a blessing to my company. Woo!
Goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we've established that you can't have one without the other. And at the same time, I think we've kind of established that it's not too many. I don't feel like it's overloading. Again, I am one. I guess I'm the minority, the one that's not watching as often. I'm not paying attention. I want to say I could give a shit, but I like this because I've been that guy that's we've looked at all the talent on that side. Especially, I'm a giant fan of Piper Niven. The fact that she's gotten little to no true run is bullshit to me. But again, I like this. I like the idea of it. I think DC has a point. Well, he is the belt guy, so of course he's got a point. He's going to know when these belts are going to drop or not drop. Who would you want to be the first U.S. Women's Champ? And if we're going to bring out the IC, who's going to be the first IC Women's Champ?
Charlotte.
Why? Why?
I brought up this point in the TSK chat the other day. I think what you do, bring Charlotte back. Don't give her the title, but have her in the tournament, maybe in the final, so that whoever beats her gets that rub of saying that they.
Where even is she? I don't mean to cut you off, but where the hell even is she?
Injured.
She's
Injured still.
Still?
The ACL, MCL, PCL, PCL, the L's.
All of it.
Fucked. All
the
of it.
ACLU.
The whole knee. Gonskis.
I mean, if you really look at champions, if you want to, like, for both brands, if you have an Intercon on the U.S., I mean, for U.S. for women, you can tell the story of Chim getting released and then coming back, just because it has a feel-good story and she's a veteran. For the women, if you want to look at Raw, one of the hottest baby faces right now is Lyra Valkyria, and she showed up and showed out with Io in that Battle Royal. And, I mean, former NXT Women's Champion, she's wrestled Becky. So, I mean, a hot young talent like Lyra Valkyria would do wonders for her to really put her on that launching pad. So, I mean, the sky's the limit, but those, if I had to pick, those would be my two, just because the youth, and the veteran.
I'm gonna concur with you on Lyra for SmackDown. You know, I think honestly the argument could be made for either Piper Niven or Chelsea Green. It's not as cool without Samantha doing it.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Oh my goodness, I love it. All right, well, not unfortunately, it's time to move into some fun stuff. I don't want anybody to wait any longer. I want everyone to find out who the first finalist is in the next week's #1 contender Golden Gauntlet match.
I am beer.
Unfortunately, I had to go through one. A guy who I called a brother. A friend. And the Walker, Mr. Anderson. Nothing personal. It's just business. And now that brings me to you, Chad. Remember a couple of months ago when you dodged me at King of the Mic? And you threw in the towel because you know I'd have embarrassed you. But when there's an opportunity to become a champion in this sport, you gotta do whatever it takes. And you were the one that dodged me. Now, you know what? It wouldn't faze me if you do it again. And then again, and again, and again. Because you and Feeney were two people that stabbed me in the back. Mr. Phoenix and me have only just built bridges. We have only just sorted out business. But don't worry, Craig. You do owe me one. But this isn't about Craig. This isn't about Captain. This is about you, Chad. Because there's nothing more that I want to do to humiliate you than what you did to me. That stupid, goofy mask. If I ever saw it in this place again, I would set it on fire. When you call yourself a lawyer, you couldn't defend an innocent man all the way to death row. Man, oh man, oh man. And this brings me to Mr. Cypher. Corey. Cypher. Big dog. I will go through anything it takes to win any championship. If I could reach my dream of becoming the World Heavyweight Champion, you have no idea, sir, what I will do to be a 2 belts. And there has been a lot of bad shit that's been going on around recently. But as much as there is a lot on my mind, at the same time, I'm trying to think of the positives right now. Chad, I got a word of advice. Stop. I would not even bother conducting what you're gonna do. And let me tell you what, save the embarrassment. Because the champ is gonna put you down in the dirt you belong. Also, Mr. Larkin, don't think I've forgotten about you. I know your insecurities. I know how insecure you are. Like I said last week, you're gonna be a machine without any power. Because the power is in my hands. World Heavyweight Championship. Chad, lights out.
Yeah, how we doing, buddy? Me and you, Golden Gauntlet. Are you ready for this? Let's go.
Dear, hello. Let's not forget what I did to you. I know you haven't forgotten, and I certainly haven't either. This is called the Golden Gauntlet for a reason. Look at me. I am the Golden Gauntlet.
Look how well you're doing, buddy. You're world champion now. You've beat the captain. Look how far you are in this Golden Gauntlet. You're doing so well. Nothing but respect for you, brother.
Never trust a brother. Never, ever trust a brother. There's no one in this world you can trust. Everyone's going to turn on you. Absolutely everybody. Of course, when you have gold, they're more likely to do it even more.
It is a nice championship you have there. I really, really like it. I do miss it. Do want to bring it home. I'm hoping that we can have a nice little promo battle here. Hopefully I end up with a win. Put me in line for a future match against you for all the championship, and I can bring it home properly.
That championship's coming home. You see? This mask is gold. All I'm missing now is a bit of gold on my shoulder, and I'm back where I need to be. Back on top. You know what I'm capable of. You should be afraid. Very, very afraid. Because I will be the one to take that championship away from you.
I'm hoping I could be the one to take this championship away from you. I've not really had much interaction with you in terms of promos, one-on-one, Chad versus Bia, but I'm very excited. Very, very excited. I've got a lot of respect for you, and I'm hoping to bring that championship back here eventually.
I have no respect for you. At all. You stole that championship as far as I'm aware.
You earned that championship. That championship is on your shoulder because you earned it. You fought your battles, you defeated your demons, and you have got your reward. Not many other people here can say they've done that.
You are nothing, you are a fool, and you are a waste of time.
You know, the Dragon Club wasn't really for you in the end, was it? Didn't really end the way you wanted it to end. I can put my hand on my heart and I can say I am sorry for my part in what happened.
Me? Sorry? You must be joking. Everything that you had, you deserved. It was coming from the very start.
You truly are on top of the world right now. You've got everything. You've got the Max World Championship. You're advancing in the Golden Gauntlet. You've got absolutely everything.
You truly are a fucking goon!
You truly are an amazing human. You truly are an amazing friend, an amazing brother, an amazing champion. What you mean to Max, I can't say there's many other people here that mean as much.
You mean nothing. You are a waste of time. You are a waste of space. You're a waste of air. You're a waste of breath. You're a waste of absolutely everything. All the spices in my cupboard. You're a fucking waste of everything. The fact I have to sit here and waste my time cutting a promo against you. You don't even deserve that championship. You don't even deserve to be in Max.
I just have one more question for you, Bia. Just one. That's all it is. And the question is,
which version of me is really wearing the mask?
We're getting ready to take a break. So before we do, here is a random wrestling fact for you. This WWE Hall of Famer almost won the G1 Climax Final in 1992. Who was this man? Find out after the break.
What's up, guys? It's your TV champion here, Cypher, letting all you know to give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/MaxWrestling. We're available on all podcast platforms as well. And give us a check out on social media too, such as Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. Also, check out the beautifully done website of maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. New episodes every Thursday. Come and check us out, like and subscribe. Love you guys.
Back to the TSK and the Mike Larkin Show. These are the boys. I am El Jefe. Speak my name and I'll appear, but I might charge you. Anyway, make sure you are liking and subscribing right here on the YouTubes. Follow us everywhere, and for all your information that you need, head on over to Max Wrestling Weebly, maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com. Long ass thing. But the answer to the random wrestling fact is none other than the ladies' man himself, Rick Rude, believe it or not. So, other notable entries in this 1992 G1 Climax: Steve Austin, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Bam Bam Bigelow. I know, it was a crazy one.
Wow.
A lot of WCW guys. Right before they...
heavy hitter.
Exactly, yeah, all right before they went to WWE. So, still to come, we got to break down this whole week in wrestling from a whole bunch of stuff, from TNA to WWE, or AEW, I should say. But first, a first on this show, and it is high time it's happened. I hope it's time that you prepare yourself for a proper rant. This is DC's The 30-Second Meltdown.
They talk shit, so much shit. Little virgins in the basement eating Cheetos, wearing biscuits. Listen to the shit Marks say.
And here we go. We touched on this in the weekly review show, Mike, when we talked about the fans that were giving WWE shit for taping Monday Night Raw.
Oof.
Because God forbid you allow the wrestlers and the staff and the crew trying to be with their families. God forbid. You know what? They're getting a chance to be with their families. They're away from home for 4 days out of every week to put on a show for you ungrateful sacks of shit. Be happy that you're getting that much.
Beautiful. Be happy that you're getting that much.
No, that's so stupid. It's like I equate it to, like Dan said, like we touched upon it on our show, but it's like, you know, like they tape 2 weeks in advance. It's like, hello, Thanksgiving. If this was the Vince McMahon era, it would be, God damn it, Randy, human nature hates us all. Go out there and do something, yeah. So there's a difference between that mentality and that very much verbose voice and that strongness to, hey, you need some time off? We're going to, you know, guys, we're going to take a couple breaks, take a little time off, go spend it with your family. It's Thanksgiving. Hey, guys, Christmas is coming up. We got here. Take some weeks off, freshen up, let's go. It helps their bodies. It helps their mind. It's everything from their overall tuition and foundation. So number one, again, STFU, ladies and gentlemen, shut the fuck up. But also number two, you complain about 2 hours of Raw, and you complain that it's been 3 hours, but hey, but it's 2. They compress everything for it to make sense. So it's boom, 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 boom. I equate it to everything. They complain about 2 hours. They complain about this. People just complain. They whine. Get your panties out of a bunch, goddammit.
You know, and of all people to lead the charge on the defense for this on Twitter was Ryback.
Yeah.
Out of a random win for Ryback.
Very, very rare Ryback W.
What timeline are we on?
Jim Cornette got points last week. Ryback's doing the right thing. We're fucking going to hell.
Next thing you're going to tell me, Vince Russo's going to get a win next week.
No.
Bro, here's what we're going to do.
Let me tell... Bro. These two night pay-per-views, bro. I hate it.
Well, save that for later, because when we do the bell and we'll get to that. So
we're definitely getting to that. We're definitely doing that one.
Oh,
and
boy.
let's not forget, a couple years ago, it was Vince McMahon that booked a Monday Night Raw on Christmas Day.
And he felt the wrath of Rebby Hardy.
Perfect.
What's good, everyone? This is Beer. This is your NXT review. So anyway, let's get into NXT with the opening match of the night. Seems Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend facing the Dream Team, the dynamic duo of Stephanie Vaquer and Julia. The very, very solid opening match with Stephanie and Julia picking up the win with a double cheat trigger to the pretty face of Jakara Jackson. Following the match, Blake Howard is speaking to both ladies and will give confirmation that they will both be in the Iron Survivor chat qualifiers Speaking of that, we have the first match of the night with Sister Sol Ruka facing our beloved resident Mean Girl Cora Jade. And the Mean Girl Soul got snatched. Sol Ruka picking up a huge win and will advance to the Iron Survivor Challenge of December the 7th. Next up, Eva holds a meeting with all the tag teams in NXT. Who will face Fraction next? All teams are all arguing, and it leads to chaos. A little bit later on tonight, we've not yet had a decision who will face Fraction, but I'm still praying, please God, it's the Rascals. Then we have the second Iron Survivor Challenge of the night. Sees Wesley facing Cedric Alexander in an absolute banger match for free television. It was a premium live event sort of match, but it was an absolute treat. Wes picks up the win with a Meteora after a drop toe hold and everything to expose Steel. Damn you, Wes, a rat bastard. Kalani Jordan then speaks to Baron Saxton and determined to get her belt back from Fallon Henley, to be interrupted by Jasmine Nix and Jason Jane, and say if Fallon can't get it done, then one of them will. Interesting. Anyway, Trick Williams then speaks about Ridge Holland after he was beaten clean last week, to be interrupted by Andre Chase. Andre Chase teases a match against Trick Williams, which is going to be a banger. Ridge then interrupts and provokes both men. Trick said he will speak to Ava on one separate match between Andre Chase and Ridge Holland next week. Ridge said if he wins, then Andre Chase's ties with Chase U is completely over and done with. Next up, Nikita Lyons goes one-on-one with Adriana Rizzo after Lyons attacked Rizzo a few weeks ago after a bit of a help with Oba Femi. We haven't seen Oba for about 2 weeks, damn it. It was a very decent match, but it's heel Nikita, I'm sold already. Rizzo attacked Nikita after the match after Lyons picked up the win with the Lions Roar. Hit him with a damn crowbar. Then we go backstage and we see the return of Duke Hudson, Riley Osborne, and Thea Hale asking why is Andre Chase risking Chase U again, and Chase said, trust me, he's got this. In the last Iron Survivor Challenge of the evening, we had Javon Evans taking on Lexis King. Absolutely really good match, to be fair. There was an early spot where I believe Javon got injured, and Lexis is now actually turned into a guy that's not going to turn into a little sneaky little so-and-so. It feels like there's going to be a face turn here for Lexis King, and I'm actually a fan of it. The OG picks up the win with a fantastic corkscrew splash for the 1-2-3. Javon and Lexis shake hands after the match. Deadline is looking very, very, very good. In the main event of the night, we see Fallon Henley defending the NXT Women's North American Championship against Kalani Jordan in an absolute banger main event. Fallon picks up the win with a famouser for the 1-2-3 after JC Jane punched poor Kalani in the face with Jasmine Nix distracting the referee for the 1-2-3. And we end the show with all the tag teams beating the living piss out of each other. Ava did say she wants all the tag teams to prove themselves, but yeah, NXT I thought was a very, very good show, but what time is it? It's time. It's time to go to say his name, he arrives. The man, the myth, the icon, the legend, the man, my tag team partner, brother, partner. His name is Moses Marquez, GOAT, champion, partner. Floor is yours, Daddy.
Pop into it last night on Dynamite. So not what Swerve said, that was not Stanford, Connecticut. It was Bridgeport, Connecticut. And they were dead as fuck. So let's get into
100%.
it. 100%.
That crowd
Does this mean that the Swerve is the R-Truth of AEW? No, Green Bay! Hey, Truth! We're in Milwaukee! That's what it is. Hey, Swerve! We're in friggin' Bridgeport.
He's the more dangerous R-Truth. I love it. God, don't kill me for it. The opening match, Hangman Adam Page, Christian Cage.
Or was the commentators? They were pretty terrible, too.
I love Nigel. You can't give Nigel too much shit. But that's neither here nor there. But again, it was Switchblade Jay White, Juice Robinson against Hangman Adam Page, Christian Cage. This fucking match felt weird as shit. But to get it going, felt like a setup for Juice Robinson to eat the pinfall, considering he wasn't, he's just kind of there. He's in the middle of this whole thing between Page and Cage, between Cage and Jay White. And so the tension between it's all just it's fucking weird. They're building obviously towards Full Gear. Is it Full Gear? Yeah, Full Gear. Early on, Page has this early even match. It's going back and forth. There's the forced tags. Cage has to get himself in. I know I'm going off on a rant here. I don't know why I am already envisioning Christian Cage as AEW World Champion, but I love it. So hopefully I'm not in the only boat here. I just had to get that off my chest. Hook comes through the crowd, which shockingly woke them up as he chokes out Nick Wayne. And I think he abducts him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He Katahai him and took him out. Yep.
Yeah, fucking drag him out of there. Match continues on. Honestly, I could give a shit. I want to say Kip Sabian got involved, clocking Juice Robinson with that contract, giving the opportunity. Page hits the dead eye. They pick up the win. It's about that. It was a decent opener. Again, I'm indifferent on it. I have always said I don't know what the fuck a Kip Sabian is. The kid went from being the worst match you ever saw with Sammy Guevara in the first ever AEW show to this like blown up version of his old self that kind of looks like somebody's dad.
I mean, when you start out feuding with him and Rusev against the best friends over video games, Mom, he shook at my video games, Mom! And to what we have now, it's just like the trajectory arc. And then he's here, he's there, he's nowhere, he's everywhere, and now he's involved in this, and now Christian's like, oh, my son, let me give you a hug and nurture you.
Son.
It makes no sense.
They had this embrace the change gimmick where he looked like a modern Mad Hatter.
Right.
That could have did something with that, but that went absolutely fucking nowhere. So
that's most of what goes down with him. Absolutely nowhere. We go backstage. Mercedes Moné is ripping into her own bodyguard, telling her she can't do shit. This whole whatever, and then she starts talking shit about Chris Statlander. She pops into the back like it's a fucking horror movie. Obliterates the both of them. Like this one lady beat the dog shit out of the champion of two companies and her supposed bodyguard and smashes her through an obvious fake as shit wall, but still smashed her through a wall. Camille is quite literally the worst bodyguard in the world.
Let me Dan, you first.
Can I just say,
yeah,
Camille went against WWE for this bullshit.
Okay.
Why?
For $2 million a year, fam.
It makes sense.
I know. I gotta add on to Mo's point.
$2 million a year,
Camille,
baby.
I love you. So I gotta add on to your point, Mo, because you said something that was so beautiful with the whole "she's the worst bodyguard ever." This literally feels like to me like when Moose came into friggin' TNA and then all of a sudden he's a heel, then 2 months later he's facing Mike Bennett at Bound for Glory. What they're doing is it's rush. Camille and her now already have a dissension. When Shawn Michaels and Diesel, when Diesel pops into WWF in 1993, they're boys, they're chiming along, you know what I'm saying, the two dudes with attitude, and then you go into WrestleMania 11, you spread it out for a year and a half. Now Tony's just like, we got to get it done in 2 months, and then Chris Statlander's a babyface out of nowhere because she had an epiphany and she's born again, and I was, she's righting those wrongs, and now she blames Mercedes Moné for everything. I hate everything about you. She's having her 3 days grace moment. So now we enter the trajectory arc of no sense on Chris Statlander's face. There's no explanation, by the way. And then you have the dissension of Mercedes and Camille out of mothballs. So you're doing everything and flying by the seat out of your pants. And I'm not ready to take my pants off, goddammit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing? No, you're not wrong. But leave your pants on. Again, I always bring up the money because the money means a lot to me. I believe she's on $3 million a year.
Yes.
So
no.
Is it $3 million or $6 million?
I think it's got to be 3. Yeah, I think it's $3 million.
Because I know
Mercedes?
6 sounds a bit far-fetched. I want to say $3 million sounds about right. Sorry, I was not ignoring you.
Tony's a bigger idiot than I think.
I was doing the math and
I'll pay you.
Outstandingly pay you. I've said this time and time again, and I bring it up because again, this is Max Wrestling, based out of the UK, and of course in the UK football is huge. And the reality of the matter is some top players in the Premier League make about 150 to anywhere between 110 to 190K a week. If I did this correctly, She makes $65K a week, which is more than the best championship level teams in the fucking English Football League. That is ridiculous. And she is putting out hot garbage each and every week. Each and every week. It's trash.
This is the same woman who said that the women in AEW should have their own female show now, and, I would rank it up against anyone. So she's trying to get, like, a pitch, like, the women, we should all have our show. This is where the best wrestle. Look at me on Mercedes. Mwah. And that's what I'm saying, man. We're in that mode where she's just going to milk Tony Khan, and she's going to suck him right around the finger, wrapped around the finger. I love you, Tony. I love you, Mercedes. It's a love story.
No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Oh, the baby oil is flowing. But not in this segment. This was a fantastic segment. Loved this segment. Tony Schiavone comes out, brings out Will Ospreay. The crowd gets a little bit of an ovation. I don't want to call it massive, it's a little bit, because these fucking people sucked. Ospreay literally doesn't want to talk about anything Schiavone wants to talk about. He doesn't give a shit. He wants to go right to Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher comes down. The kid just shaved his head like last week, and he's already got hair. Like,
the benefits of being 20.
You know what I mean? Like, you're going to look just like Will Ospreay by the time you guys have a match. I swear to God. It's going to be hilarious. But they go into this whole thing, the criticisms, accusing him of being selfish, the hypocrisy, saying like, hey, dude, like, you slept on my couch. You know what I mean? I helped feed you when you had nothing. I helped get you into the business. I got you into New Japan. I got you into here in AEW. You know so much about me. You know my wife. You know my wife's name. You know where I live. You know where my kid goes to school. My missus ain't cool with it, fam. He was all about this. He was all into his feelings, and they're just the heat that is between these two. The best friends now having to go against each other because one does not want to longer be in the shadow of the other, which is great. But I don't know. I've always said guys can lose at the right time. And sometimes it's going to take some chicanery for it to work out. And right now, that is the only way out of this I see. I can see no way where Kyle Fletcher in 2 weeks gets a clean win over Will Ospreay. It's not going to happen. But he will get a win off of Will Ospreay with the help of the Don Callis family. Which kind of sucks. Because, again, the fucking Will doesn't need any loss of momentum. But then you're going to do all this shit for Kyle for nothing.
And Will lost on the last pay-per-view.
There we go. So, again, I'm as much as I like this feud and the heat that it's getting and the building of Kyle Fletcher, and it's great, I feel like this is the wrong fucking time. Or am I the only one in this boat? It's okay if I'm alone in this boat.
No, I mean, when he debuted and he signed, like, earlier in the year, like, Will Ospreay, I mean, you could have the 1 year trajectory of, you signed, like, a year ago, and now he's going to make his mark. You could have built it to Revolution, give it more time, but we're at a stage in a career where Kyle Fletcher, who last week looked like he was going to My Chemical Romance concert, hanging out at the skate park, to now just, being this bald badass, a definitive look, a little subtlety, intricacy, and nuance to the layer of his character, so to speak, to where we are now. So, I mean, you have something that showcases his badassery. He needs the win. And number 3, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's a battle of the mates. It's something that we all can really sink our teeth into. The only problem is, it's too soon. And I think they should have just layered it out for a few more months, and would have had something nice. But no, we are here now, so I mean, Kyle Fletcher needs that done.
We can never have anything nice with AEW, it seems like lately. But to your point, yeah, they did do this too soon, which means we're probably going to get a FU finish. So
it's the only way out of it.
It's gonna, this is the only way to get out of it. It's just gonna keep on going, which is fine, to be honest. But
wouldn't it have made more sense to do like a tag match? Like,
yeah, something
to have done like maybe Mark Davis and Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher and anybody in the Don Callis family. Anyhow,
Takeshita.
And then what you do. You have Mark Davis eat the pin. That way, Ospreay technically loses, but he wasn't pinned or he didn't tap. And then you can even push it into. You don't even have to do it the next pay-per-view. Next pay-per-view, you can do Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Davis. You can then have after that one. Then you can do the Ospreay versus Fletcher.
Yeah, there is ways to stretch this out.
That would make sense, and AEW can do that.
And I mean, that would be perfect timing because in February they're going to be in Australia. I think that would be the best place for Fletcher to win.
Right.
Only if you're listening.
We know
you're welcome.
Start making some goddamn changes. And this has to be one of them. Roderick Strong, Lance Archer, Falls Count Anywhere match. It was a Falls Count Anywhere match. I don't know what else to tell you. It was a cool fucking spot, though. The choke slam from the whatever the fuck they were at with the goddamn standing. They were up high. That's all I know. They were up high.
Barbara. Yep.
And that looked fucking awesome. What I don't like, though, and I'm getting real sick of it, and I'm sure...
Lance Archer losing?
When's the last time he won in a singles match? Can anybody answer me that? That's not a squash. Don't fucking come at me with no goddamn squashes in the comments. Don't do it.
Well, I got to say, if I'm Adam Cole, I'm pissed because I had to go through two badassery mother mofos in the House of Black and Konosuke Takeshita, and here's Roddy over here competing on Collision against Shane Taylor, who hasn't won a match since Methuselah was alive, and friggin' the Beast Mortos, and... And now he's beating Lance Archer. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, and I hate to say this because I love Lance Archer too. Everybody dies. His role is Dallas and TNA with Kid Cash. Vance Archer, Lance Archer, team with Brian Myers in WWE. There were so many different layers of his character that just screams badassery. Dare I even say the Keeler Elite Squad with him and David Hart Smith. But this right here is just bullshittery to really just detract and really kind of dissect and really kind of, dissipate towards the fact that we have a badass mofo, the murder hawk, if you will. Him and Brian Cage are like the new Road Warriors squashing every mofo out here up in this piece. But at the same time, you're devaluing Lance Archer for the value that he has. And it's a shame. It's a crying shame.
Guy's former IWGP US champ, for crying out loud.
Yes, sir.
2 times.
Oh, thank you. 2 times. So, again, we get that. There was, MJF was looking on, obviously, pretty amused, I would say, over this whole thing, because his whole point is he wants to get these guys worn down. And when we go right into Adam Cole, Konosuke Takeshita, I don't think this was a championship match, but for some dumb reason, fucking F4W put it as that goddamn you Uncle Dave. So, Cole took control early. This match was fun. There was the whole, them fighting for the first, 2 or 3 minutes through Adam Cole's song. He hits a fucking move. Takeshita's outside. He does the Adam Cole. Everybody goes bananas. Then they kept fighting. I fucking love that. You should do it every week. Every fucking week, because it was great. I do need more of this, but the thing that I don't need any more of is the use of this fucking diamond ring. Takeshita busts out the ring, hits a loaded punch, allows him to pick up the dub. MJF is watching from home, laughing. Strong rushes to the ring, only to be interrupted by, intercepted, I should say, by Kyle O'Reilly. Chases down Takeshita, gets him out of the ring. There's a giant celebration. So, I guess the question is, does Adam Cole try to go on Collision or Dynamite and pick up a win? Has he tried to get another win on Dynamite? Was this the first of 3? What the fuck? What are we doing here?
There's a lot of questions and no answers.
0.
I was with you on this. What now? This is centered around MJF and Adam Cole, and now Adam Cole's out. So now is he gonna come in and interfere and get in the way of Roddy? Is Roddy going to turn on Cole? Is what's going on here?
If I'm looking at this realistically, Adam Cole versus MJF, they're not having them in a triple threat. They're going to do that at the next pay-per-view, probably at World's End in December, would be my guess. Realistically, MJF is going to beat Roddy, and Cole's probably going to come out for the save. But more importantly, what this match showed me was, God damn it, I need Takeshita as world champion.
Continental champion, haven't beat Okada.
No, world champion. I need him as world champion.
In due time.
It's right in my heart.
In due time.
Try my heart.
In due time.
I know, I'm sorry, Mo. I'm sorry. But yeah,
but
if there's anybody to go against that boy Kazuchika, it's Takeshita.
But no, you're not wrong. I've been saying it myself. If there's an Alpha and Omega 2.0 or an Okada Omega, if you will, changed up with a curveball, it's them all day long. Yeah. And it should happen at fucking Wrestle Dynasty. If not there, then Wrestle fucking Kingdom. I mean this. I mean this.
I think also to add on to Dad's point when he's talking about it being at World's End, I mean, it's the 1 year, since of tying it together when he was the devil and he's beating up MJF. But I've always said this, and I've said this on the weekly review with Paul and Dan, and I'll say it here with you guys. I mean, it makes no goddamn sense for Adam Cole to be the babyface just because he comes out and calls him a douche, a jack off, and every goddamn name in the book. I mean, when Triple H Friedman over here came out and brainbusted Adam Cole, that should have been the end of it because he got his revenge, boom, right there. But now we're twisting and turning and flipping the script, if you will. Now we're friggin' Adam Cole's a babyface, and Roddy Max is a babyface now. And then you have friggin' it's so flippy floppy and dare I say a kerfluffle of just crapola we really don't need. I mean, but we're gonna get it because the 1 year trajectory arc of where we were that started this whole this whole thing. But at the end of the day, it just having Adam Cole be the face made no sense because he was the devil. So we're here, we're gonna get there. But again, it makes different questions, no flipping sense, and this is where we're at. So we're just gonna have to take it and leave it.
I'm gonna flip the script. I'm gonna flip the script.
I'll flip my flip-flops. How about you? Come on. Swerve! I love you, Vince Russo.
I really would not be shocked to see this happen. I would not be shocked to see Bob the Fish cost Roddy the match.
Bob the Fish!
I need Bob the Fish back.
Everybody's favorite dad, Bob the Fish.
Well, also, Kyle O'Reilly's somewhat into this because they Kyle O'Reilly's watching, but he's over here with the conglomeration.
We're late to soccer practice. Come on. Come on, Bob.
Come on, Bob.
Get the
That's the thing, too. With Kyle O'Reilly, too, as well, it even makes, because he's watching them, and then he's over here with the conglomeration, so it's like, what do we do with Kyle? They got Kyle, man.
Kyle.
Yeah, it's a giant kerfuffle.
He was the coolest, Kyle.
Speaking of kerfluffles, I'm guessing this has to be Mox's truck. I don't know who else's truck this could be. It's the same damn black truck, shows up all the time.
Not Tony's.
It's not Tony's. They walk out, they say it's time to take over the Super Center, which I have not heard TBS be called the Super Center since I was a young lad watching TBS TBS right after fucking wrestling. Oh no, it was on
TBS Superstation.
That's right, because Thunder was on TBS if I'm not mistaken. Was it TBS?
Yes, the TBS Superstation. Yep.
That's right. So yeah,
and WWE Saturday Night.
Oh,
6:05 Eastern.
6:05.
My childhood, right there. My childhood. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Okay, so
we're old.
They're very old. They're gonna crash the Superstation. They end up in the ring. It's not the Superstation. That's not the I was expecting them to be in a fucking TV studio and all kinds. No,
production truck.
But yeah, at least a production. Thank you, DC. At least a production truck. No, these fucking guys.
Where's billionaire Ted?
Right?
Where's the Nacho Man?
Where's the Nacho Man?
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Also, with commentary, friggin', they're like, oh my God, he took the cameraman and he's in the ring. Oh my God, he's taking over. They took out JD Drake. Oh my God, the cameraman's in the ring. Like, he's taking over. Like, whoa, he put the cameraman in the ring.
Was that your Excalibur impression?
They put the cameraman in the ring.
Get him a mask. It's almost the same thing. I love that. That was spot on. Spot, because it was hysterical. It was like, really. He pushed like one camera dude. Do you guys remember when that one camera guy, we swore to God, was like a wrestler in disguise and people kept fucking with him? I don't ever remember anybody going nuts when they were fucking with him. Mm-mm. So what are we doing? What are we doing? And I get it.
Because it's a cameraman.
I get it. We're trying to make this thing bigger than it is because it's the Nexus NWO. You know what I mean? It's the NWO. It's the Nexus World Order. Okay? They're going to beat you up. They're going to try to look cool. They're going to say some shit.
Mox's Murder Crew.
I would strongly encourage Tony to watch some vintage 1996, early 97 WCW Monday Nitro. Specifically, an episode that aired from the MGM park in Disney World, where Rey Mysterio Jr. got yeeted into the side of a trailer.
Oh, God.
Lawn dart, baby. Lawn dart.
Watch how the early phases of the NWO, how that was booked. And that is what this should have been.
They kind of had the start of that.
Should have been.
They kind of had the start of that last week. It looked like it was going to be a parking lot brawl. AEW's, goon squad or whatever trying to hold down the fort. That could have been a perfect fucking start, but they're just, we're going to go around them. Okay, but Why not, like, isn't that the point, to look strong, to, like, beat people up? Well, no, we're smarter. Well, apparently not.
You know, we need a good parking lot brawl match again. Like,
Yes.
you think about in the early, you know, or Santana and Ortiz against Best Friends.
Hey, there you go.
Remember how fucking good that parking lot match was?
Oh, man, so much fun. So much fun. It was on a dynamite.
Also, to add on to like a Tony part, like I mentioned, I said Excalibur with the commentary, and Mo, you'll appreciate this, and so will you, Dan and Robert, because this is the video game kid coming out at me.
Hey-o.
The way that they acted with the cameraman coming in was like Tony Schiavone in WCW Backstage Assault. What's he going to do with that? Oh my God, it's a cameraman! That's legit what it was. That was the reaction, the same inflection in the voice.
Oh, God, the upward inflection. Yeah, it was very video gaming. You're 1,000%. So Cassidy shows up, accepts the challenge for Full Gear. Giant brawl ensues. All of a sudden, Darby Allin leaps off the balcony. Of course, because, you know, you can't fucking be there without crazy-ass Darby.
I mean...
Yeah, massive fucking brawl. They literally have to drive away. They're chasing him. He's chasing him in a car. This fucking madman, this fucking Darby Allin. Madman. Speaking of mad people, Renee Paquette, she's mad. She's all up and down the goddamn fucking arena, interviewing everybody left and right. Interviews Chris Jericho, talking about Tomohiro Ishii challenging for the Ring of Honor title. Jericho accepts, reminiscing about his history with Ishii. Calls him he was a young boy. You know, he used to wash my balls.
Do it, Mike.
And I fucking died.
Oh, well, first of all, Robert and I do this on Deep Into Heart Wrestling. We're going to do it here so we can make everybody right. Chris Jericho. Chris, Mr. Suck My Dick from the Back. No, Chris!
No, Chris!
We don't do that here. So, Jericho Hi, guys! I love you! Hey, everybody! I'll pay you! Ironheart, Corazon de Leon. I love everybody. So, Chris Jericho and Tomohiro Ishii. Tony likes to do the booking of, hey, remember that time 2 years ago when Chris Jericho fought Tomohiro Ishii? It's the 2-year anniversary of the Ring of Honor Championship match where Chris Jericho's chest was bleeding from getting chopped out of friggin' mothballs. You guys remember that from 2 years ago? So Tony's having a memory of just having this matchup that he just rushed over. So this is why we have this now 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. This is him giving thanks to us for seeing that matchup 2 years ago. That's what it is. Tomohiro Ishii, will you give us this masterpiece with Chris Jericho? Do it.
I don't.
2 years.
I love Ishii, and I first off, I appreciate that
good.
By all means, because the reality of the matter is, as much as I love Ishii, you're fucking 100% right. This is a match we saw 2 years ago. I've already said countless times over, this is a bad idea having Chris Jericho as your Ring of Honor World Champion, because he's going to face the same 4 idiots or 5 idiots that he's been facing. He wrestled Mark Briscoe 2 times already. And then we're gonna go to Ishii. He's gonna find He's gonna find a Shane Taylor to beat.
Cabana.
Maybe Colt Cabana. Who knows? Maybe if we're fucking lucky. But again, what about all the other guys that are just hanging out? Where's the former Ring of Honor World Champion Roosh? Where's Roosh and Chris Jericho? Where's I heard Bandito's on his way back. Where's Bandito versus Chris Jericho?
I'll take Chris Jericho and Samoa Joe. I'll take Jericho. Oh, Jericho and Samoa Joe. He put him through the wall. Former Ring of Honor champion, one of the longest reigning Ring of Honor champions. Him and Samoa Joe. Let's go with that.
He'll be back as soon as Twisted Metal is done. So
yeah, they're fucking filming forever.
Here's an idea.
Don't call John Gresham though.
Oh
no. Oh.
You got Sammy Guevara, who's just chilling because his tag team partner is without a contract.
Oh shit, that's right.
Smart move, Tony Khan, putting the tag title on somebody that wasn't under contract. You fucking mark.
Oy.
So, here's an idea. You've got history with Sammy and Jericho. Book us a good feud with Sammy and Jericho. Think what this would do for Sammy's career by putting the Ring of Honor World title on him.
I think you literally just made, like, the best example you could make right now. Is that because who the fuck else is there really to go up against Jericho? Let's be be for real for a minute and truly think about it. Ring of Honor roster, AEW roster, who's fucking worth a damn? You really gonna sacrifice to Kyle O'Reilly? No. You're going to sacrifice anybody else in that whole conglomeration? Absolutely not. You're going to fucking give him a Malachi Black? No, that's stupid.
No, it's dumb.
This Sammy thing works beautifully. I like that. I like that way too much. Way too much.
Which is why he won't do it.
Exactly. Because we fucking know better. Something he needs to continue to do, though, is push Penelope forward. I'm glad she's back. Her versus Britt Baker was actually pretty good. Britt is finally getting the rust off, but goddamn is it on thick. Because, like, I hate saying it like this because I'm far from the perfect athlete, but I don't understand how you decide to take that long off of the business and, like, not at least get back into fucking shape. You know what I mean? Get the rust off. Hit the ropes.
This crowd just sucked, too, because this was probably the match of the night, and they were dead.
This thing is the most WWE crowd we've had all year. No, go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, the problem is with people is they forget how Penelope Ford is so good. I mean, you look at her tenure when she was doing the CZW and the Dojo Wars type of vibes, and then she comes in here, and the problem is, too, with Britt Baker and that, and this goes back to Excalibur, because Serena Deeb comes out after the win, and all of a sudden we now have a Britt Baker-Serena Deeb feud, and then Excalibur's like, well, the last time we saw Britt Baker was a month ago, and that was her last opponent. And I'm just like, so?
Exactly.
And Serena Deeb, who people... They had Serena Deeb cry because, again, as someone who has had seizures in his own right, who has had, suffered from seizures, they brought the real-life element into her feud with Toni Storm, but also at the same time, Serena Deeb is kind of a heel. She never really transitioned to the babyface, and who doesn't love Toni Storm? So you put her in a feud which was a no-win situation because nobody gave a rat's ass. Dare I say, nobody gave two squirts of piss about Serena Deeb challenging Toni Storm for that championship. So now, you're just putting her in a feud with Britt Baker because Tony's like, it's the DMD against the professor. Book it. I love you all. Booker of the year. So that is why we have that now.
Oh, goodness.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Oh, God, I loved it. Things that I loved, and I'm sure there are many in this world that love this segment, and at the same time, there's many that absolutely shit all over it. Renee introduces the returning Mina Shirakawa, hyping her up. This overall celebration with Mariah May that has still yet to happen. Harley Cameron interrupts. She says that I heard you're the Harley Cameron of Japan. Well, you can't Harley Cameron me. And I was already laughing. I normally don't laugh at her shit, but I was already laughing. And they're going to have a match on Collision, and they say it's going to be tit for tit. And may the breast woman win. And then the jiggles happen, and it's happening, and Renee's like, you knocked that shit off. And I was just dead. She was like the mom of the family. Cut it out. Sorry.
Put Harley Cameron on TV every week.
Harley, you know what? I used to give Harley Cameron all the shit in the world. All the shit in the world. She's funny.
But she's not with Saraya anymore, so that doesn't hinder her anymore. So she can just go buck wild.
Exactly.
Yeah. She can go buck wild. I love that. Oh, God. I hope you guys agree with me on this one. Swerve Strickland versus Lio Rush. First off, Lio Rush had like an inflatable jacket. What the fuck is that about? That thing looked inflatable like a motherfucker. Why?
Well, I mean, don't forget, Lio Rush is only like 5'2". So.
This is true.
True.
Why does he need to get like 80% of this match? Like, why does Leo need to look like he's going to be the next AEW World Champion? As he's fucking...
Can I answer that?
To then lose to Swerve. Please answer it.
Tony does not believe in squash matches or just having it being short and stout. Because if you remember back in the day, Tony likes the whole 50-50 or 90 and 100 type of vibes where they have to get, or 70-20, so to speak, to make it look even. It's like back when we had Chris Jericho against Peter Avalon, who was a J-Brone to the stars, and they went like 15 minutes on a flippin' Dynamite. You don't need Peter Avalon, the former North Furman from TNA, getting a 15-minute banger with Chris Jericho, because North Furman is the enhancement talent. Lio Rush in this role, when he's not doing the stuff with Top Flight, who the hell gives a rat's ass about Lio Rush? And I don't mean that disrespectfully, because Lio Rush is an amazing talent from his tenure in WWE, more on the NXT front as opposed to the main roster with him doing the Lashley chant as his manager. Tony does not believe it. Just, okay, let's get a little something in there, then we go right to the finish. We have to have it a banger. And as much as I like Leo Rush, this got way too much time, and Swerve should have just got it done. Bing, bang, boom, and we're out of here. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So
there it is. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I don't like it, but Swerve ends up picking up the win, hits the big pressure after the match, challenges Bobby Lashley to a fight. Obviously, Bobby Lashley appears on the stage. MVP is there, but you forget about Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin jumps from behind. There's the fucking them beating up everybody. So not only do we have the Nexus World Order beating the shit out of people, and I mean everybody, and then you know what I mean, but now the Hurt Syndicate, the Hurt Corporation. I don't want to call them the Syndicate. That sucks so bad. The Hurt Corporation. That sounds better, kind of better. They're beating everybody ass too. And I said it last week with the boys, and I'm sure Mike's going to fully agree with this one too. AEW is the land for you to invade. So then let's have a good invasion. Fuck it. You know
it's like if you have... It's like if you have the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, because like 6 months ago, like Christopher Daniels, if you ordered Adam Pearce off of Wish, and I love Christopher Daniels, but you have the problem of him 6 months ago being that buffer for Tony Khan. It's like the Young Bucks if he comes back with Kenny Omega, because that makes no sense because they took out Kenny Omega, and then Christopher Daniels is like, oh guys, we need you here. Why are you leaving us? So you have that type of dichotomy, and I agree with you, Invasion. That'd be like the Young Bucks coming up and sticking up for AEW when 6 months ago they wanted to kill AEW. You have all these factions, the Top Flight, the Leo Rush trying to add an edge to them. You have the Beast Mortos and LFI over here with Jake the Snake Roberts. There's faction warfare, there's invasions, and everybody just wants to go buck wild and go haywire. It's the land and island of misfit toys. It's the island of misfit toys.
Wow. It's like spot fucking on, because that's what it feels like. And it's, you know, because of that, because of it being so open and I guess chaotic, it's fucking anymore like, it's like video games. It's a massive, it's an MMO RPG. You know what the fuck's gonna happen? Craziness is everywhere. For all you know, a guy's fucking a sheep. But that's neither here nor there. We get a backstage segment. Jamie Hayter hits at some upcoming plans. She gets interrupted by a Julia Hart segment, which I didn't get it, but I loved it. I loved it.
She's coming back.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we
Very
mentioned Mercedes earlier, and I was talking with Rob about this, and I want to bring it to the forefront with you and Mo here. You know what it is too, man? Like, with Julia Hart, her interrupting with Jamie Hayter, if Jamie Hayter's the first person that she goes after, it makes no sense, because there's no history there. I said to Rob, I'll say it to you, Dan, and I'll say it to you, Mo, my bro. The thing that we need to have here is Julia Hart, last time we saw her was that Mercedes Moné. She lost the TBS Championship to Willow Nightingale. There was that interaction where Sir Mercedes Moné was briefly a face into her inception in the company. It's like, go back to Julia Hart. She's the one who should beat Mercedes Moné. You know what I'm saying? If we get Julia Hart and Jamie Hayter, going to be a good match, but it's like, who the F cares? What's the rhyme or reason for this? You have to have a rhyme, and you have to have a reason for this. Love the vignette. I think it's great. I think she's very, very talented. She's so underrated. Give this woman her flowers. But a Julia Hart, Jamie Hayter thing? I don't know.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how else to put it. You know what wasn't weird, though? And probably the best thing, in my opinion, was the main event. And I got to get my fucking... You're pissing me off, DirecTV. You're pissing me off. These fucking overruns are going like 6-7 minutes.
Overruns.
And you're cutting my fucking overrun. I'm in the middle of a goddamn soap commercial. Like, all right, here we go. We're cutting back. No.
Gone.
Fucking, so, fuck you, DirecTV. For real. Fuck you. Thank God AEW uploads their fucking overruns to YouTube. This thing was awesome. Again, FTR... They've fallen back. They're nobody. They're just there, but I don't give a shit. Still FTR. House of Black looks fantastic. Brody King is the fucking man. You can never go wrong with Brody King. They end up getting the victory after the match. Kings of the Throne repeatedly, respectfully shake the hands of FTR while Private Party is watching in the distance. And I'm hoping, praying to the demigods. I shouldn't say it that far. I'm probably gonna get fucking voodoo on me. But I'm praying to everybody that I can that this is finally the fucking opportunity that you do something more than the bullshit trios titles with the House of Black. It needs to be now. We've already said that Private Party is going to be a fucking transitional champion. I've already said it. I'm almost positive at this point that they will not walk out of Full Gear champions. And I really think it's going to go right to the House of Black. Or at least it fucking should. Or at least it should.
You know, the path that Tony Khan is on, I would not be shocked if Private Party pins House of Black.
I gotta put it out there, D.
Oh, you gotta manifest and put it into the universe.
Thank you. Like, come on,
because
bruv.
I am a pessimistic asshole.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think we established that at the beginning of the show. So
yeah,
I'm saying it again.
I'm saying it.
Well, I mean, I can
Say it
see
again.
that too. Say it again. Say it again.
say it again.
Oh.
Say it again.
Yeah. But that's the thing, too, to add on to Dan's point. It's like Private Party, the way I feel about this reign and how we have the Outrunners in here now who are over like Rover with their gimmick and everything that they're putting to the table. You have the House of Black, you know what I'm saying? Just everything with Malachi Black and Brody King. Love them together. And you also have the last team. It's either going to be the Acclaimed or it's going to be LFI. So my thing, too, is you have already two babyface teams in here with Private Party and the Outrunners. So my guess is we're going to have LFI. So you have the two heel teams, that being LFI and the House of Black. But with Private Party, it almost feels like it's just like, okay, guys, you've been here for 5 years, since day one, the inception of AEW. Here's the championships. Just here, take it. But you know what? We're probably going to give it to House of Black or someone else in there. I would be shocked if they retain, but I think this is just kind of like, here you go, guys. You deserve this. Kind of like when Tommy Dreamer won the ECW championship against Taz back in 2000 because of the whole Mike Awesome debacle that happened. Yeah. Here you go, Tommy. But Tommy never wanted to hold the title, so it's just like, here you go, Private Party.
Fat chick. My bad. Couldn't help myself. Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We're 2 weeks out of, Full Gear. But you know where else we're 2 weeks out of? Promo Series 9, Shoot to Kill, coming at you November 28th. It is our last big event of the year. And, of course, we still have Christmas Clash and the Maxis. But Promo Series are one of our big original 5. And as promised, major changes have been made. One thing that cannot change, and that is tradition, as it would not be Promo Series without the traditional winner stays on gauntlet for the Knowledge Champion. First up is yours truly. I will be going up against the defending champion, Phoenix. If he gets past me, he must go up against the multiple-time, long-reigning Knowledge Champion, Kenny Killa. And if somehow, some way he can get past him, he must go up against the most dangerous opponent of all, the Man of Mystery. So who will walk away the Knowledge Champion? Who will make it all the way to the end? And speaking of gauntlets, the Golden Gauntlet is almost over. And next week, winner will go on to challenge Cypher for the television title. And it goes down under TV rules. This gauntlet has been epic and unpredictable. And all the credit goes to Cypher for setting it up to find his new challenger. During all the mayhem that was the Golden Gauntlet, a new rivalry was born as I was eliminated by a newcomer. In a pure John Cena versus Kurt Angle kind of moment, Blade Rodriguez knocked me out of the tournament. And we will meet again, this time at Promo Series, and it will be under my favorite Luck of the Draw rules. Whichever promo is closest to the time randomly picked on that day will be the winner. And, as I mentioned, changes are a-coming due to extenuating circumstances. The previous main event will be postponed, which leaves the main event spot wide open. And we do have one title left to defend. One half of it is here. So, for the second straight year, Beer goes one-on-one with the podcast machine, Michael Larkin, at Promo Series. But this time, it is for the biggest prize we got, Beer's World Championship. Can Larkin celebrate his 8th anniversary with the top prize, or is Beer looking to win the league and carry it all the way home? Once again, this comes your way November 28th as we also predict Survivor Series War Games. Go to maxwrestlingnet.weebly.com/promo series for more information. You can listen to the theme song right now, Behind Enemy Lines, from the debut album Monster. Available on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and anywhere you get your music. Go check out Captain's Revenge. Whole mouthful right there. Promo Series coming hot and heavy. Speaking of coming hot and heavy, we got 2 boards. We check them twice. One's nice, one's not so nice. It's time to get into it. It's time to put some points on the Bell End board.
A Bell End? You're a Bell End, mate. Look, Bell End 1, Bell End 2, big veiny Bell End over here.
Bell End board, I'm going to kick it off. I've been very political these last couple of weeks, and we're going to keep on the political train. So I am giving a whopping... See, Donald Trump is on 110 points, tied with the sex ring. 75 points to one Linda McMahon for donating $10 million to the Republican bullshittery, and congratulations for being a part of the fucking bullshit goddamn cabinet that is going to fuck our country. 75 points to you, Mrs. McMahon. So,
Thank you.
any of y'all want to add any points to that shit? Because that shit pissed me off when I found out that she's donated $10 million. $10 million, fam.
She's the head of his transition team. So you know
she's
what?
the head.
I give her
she's
20 points for that.
the Secretary of Commerce. That's what.
I'm gonna add it. He's got 20. I'm gonna add a 40 for Linda McMahon.
Oh, dude. That's 115. She's on top of the sex
He
ring.
makes me want to drink a 40.
She's on top of it all. I love it. Well, fuck it. If we're going to put that, I got to put him right back on top 50 because you're a fucking a-hole for another Donald Trump. So Donald Trump on 160. We got Linda McMahon on 115. The sex ring on 110. Eric Bischoff on 108. Tony Khan on 93. Any more points we want to add this week?
I got to give Tony Khan 7 points just to get to an even 100.
All right. Even 100 for Tony Khan.
I like even numbers.
I like even
I
numbers.
would like to. I have 2 for the Bellin board since we mentioned him earlier.
Let's go.
Collectively, I would like to give 40 points respectively to both collectively to Vince Russo, bro, and Jonathan Coachman. Because they on their new show. So to those on their new show, they were on the Coach and Bro, as it's called, the Coach and Bro. If
No,
you will.
it's
Bro,
not. No, it's not. Don't,
yes, it is.
Don't tell me that.
It is.
Don't.
So they're talking about how they talk about how they hate the 2 nights of WrestleMania. He's like, I hate the 2 nights of WrestleMania. Bro, me too. They're watering it down. You know, everybody's got to be on the card. We got to water it down. It's not like it was. And then Coach is like, I remember, the Super Bowl to me, as you know, Vince, when I was there, who deserved wasn't even a word. It was just them wrestle here, and then they go up and up and up. That's a Super Bowl to me, not this 2 nights. Nobody deserves anything. Everybody was not based on storyline. It was WrestleMania. You had the matches here, and you had the matches up here. And Vince is like, bro, Coach, I agree 1,000%. They're watering it down. Who cares about 2 nights? The WrestleMania that I know was in one sitting and felt like this big celebration. Now they've watered it down. What happened to when I was booking in the Attitude Era? Moses Marquez, you were there when you saw me in WCW 2000 when I had the 3.5 rating. I'm going to say it 10 more billion freaking times because in case they don't know, the characters is what makes it. Bro, WrestleMania 2 nights, who gives a rat's ass? I don't give a rat's ass about 2 nights of WrestleMania. They can have 3 nights of WrestleMania. It doesn't even matter because I'm not going to watch it, bro. I got better things to do with my time, bro. I can play some fantasy baseball over here. I can listen to my record collection. But all in all, bro, they're watering it down, bro. So I individually give 40 points to Vince Russo and Jonathan Coachman for their bitch-assness about the 2 nights of WrestleMania that we all know and love because we don't want to sit in 6 hours of freaking WrestleMania and going to bed at 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the morning. Booyaka Sean.
That was glorious.
Fantastic.
That's glorious. All right, that leaves us beautifully put. New entrance to the board. Let's go to the good side, and hopefully we can match the points. Let's move on to the Brett board.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Ryback. Give him a good 20 because you know what? We got these rare, super rare moments where Ryback is actually on the right side of history for actually standing up for the wrestlers having time off for the holidays and defending, the right thing versus these fucking nerds and dorks on the internet. Give him a good 20. He earned it.
He earned it. I love it.
I got some points to work. I got 20 points to the Motor City Machine Guns.
Hey,
who,
all right.
As reports have come out, they have ingratiated themselves to the SmackDown locker room, and they're being seen as easily approachable. They're getting along great with everybody backstage. And, it can be difficult for well-established tag teams to do that. And there hasn't been a single report of any issues with them. So, you know what? Collectively, 20 points each.
I like that. 20 points each to the Motor City Machine Guns. Beautiful stuff. I love their run. Hearing that warms my heart Again, I do remember there was a time and point where a lot of guys were still very iffy about going to the E, and now the guys that kind of probably weren't going to go are going and are getting this nice shot. I'm glad they're at least not being dickheads. Good job. This is what fucking pro wrestling's about.
20 points each for me. For Mina Shirakawa and Harley Cameron for being the breast of luck.
This is why fucking Mike is on the show.
Just for being entertaining and just the overall spark there. And I think I will give a 30 points just because I'm loving Io Shirai doing the damn thing. Number one contender for Liv Morgan. Like the matches she put in the Battle Royal and everything that she did this week and just everything that's coming together. I got to give it to Io Sky because she is an unsung hero and she's rightfully getting the flowers that she deserves.
Oh, absolutely.
The Jiggles will always live on forever, and Damon Renee is a hater.
I got another one. I got more.
Hit me. Okay.
I've got two people, 10 points each. Gunter.
Yep.
And 10 points for Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh?
Yeah.
Because it's looking like we're getting a Ludwig Kaiser-Gunter feud.
Hey. I like that.
You know, it looks like they're headed that way. You know, I don't know, wondering who's going to be the heel. You know, personally, I'd say keep Gunter as heel, but, you know, they kind of Gunter admitting that, hey, Cody was the better man. So, I don't know. I'm digging it. I'm liking this. I'm wanting more.
I like that.
Give me more.
More.
Oh, God, not to give me
last
more.
one to add on to Dan. I will give 10 points to 4 people. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. To the Bloodline and Sami Zayn talking about Roman. I can see it on your face. You're smiling. You love me. Like that whole thing. I love the dynamic. So I will give it to the OG Bloodline. 10 points each.
OG Bloodline.
You know what? Just because Mike gave points to the OG Bloodline, I'm going to give it to the new Bloodline. 10 points for Jacob Fatu. This man consistently loves Solo. You need somebody in your life like Jacob Fatu to give some consistent love like that.
Oh, fucking damn, bro.
Wait a minute, hold on. I went a different way with what you talked about. Solo, I love you. I thought you were going to give him 10 points.
No, I think I did it right. I love
Solo.
you, Solo.
You, Solo. I thought you were going to give him 10 points for the most gangsta promo I've ever seen that he cut on frickin' Roman. Like, that frickin' promo was amazing. Like, just Jacob Fatu dog-walking people's ass, man.
Jacob Fatu is the man.
Fatuing.
Oh, God, I love it.
God, do the Fatuing.
All right. So we're overdoing the points. I'm adding another 15 to the Unthinkable's name because this happened last week. So last week he went up against Jake Hager, calling him a fuck. Or no, it was going up against somebody, calling him a fucking idiot. He's repeated himself this time, going against Jake Hager, saying he's losing brain cells. So I'll give him another 15 points for calling out stupidity, Mr. My Trump being Jake Hager. And that's a shit ton of points. I don't think he's ever given that many points out. But one thing we haven't said a lot, and I'm going to fucking bring it back, if there's anybody you want to give Bell End points to or Bruv points to, let us know in the comment section and we will add them on and announce them next week. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. Hope we walked you harder than the U.S. was rocked with all of the fucking idiots that Trump announced for his fucking cabinet. But before we get on out of here, Mike's got something he wants to say.
His blood alcohol level is just rising to the top. He failed the breathalyzer. He failed his test, man. Let me tell you something about here. After promo series, the boy's going to sober up. Let's just put it that way. Once the championship is around my waist, around my lovely shoulder, the boy's going to sober up. I got the Kleenex ready. It's okay. You can track your tears, the sorrow, the tears, the sadness, the anguish. After he loses, it's going to be a beautiful thing, Moses Marquez. The man is on an ultimate high, and he is the ultimate drunkard right now, but somebody needs to sober him up, and that man's name is Mike Larkin. I'm going to do it. It's promo series. It's my event.
Promo series, it's his event. I love it. So, speaking of something that's his, let's jump into a beautiful edition of what is in store from the TSK. So, the beautiful thing about the TSK is as well, for the foreseeable future, we're taking over Max Wrestling. Each and every week we'll be here every goddamn Thursday for your listening and viewing pleasure. And at the same time, as they happen, we will be covering pay-per-views. So with that being said, next Saturday, not this Saturday, the following Saturday, is it Saturday or Sunday?
Next Saturday.
Saturday. We get Full Gear, and then I want to say, is it the following Saturday or Sunday after that is Survivor Series?
November 30th.
30th,
Yes.
that's right.
Oh,
So
30th. Okay, so it's the following week.
the following week, yeah. So the 23rd.
Then we got another one. We have like 3 in a row. We have Full Gear, we have Survivor Series, and then December 7th is NXT Deadline. So we have 3 right in a row.
3 in a row, so the predictions will come hot and heavy, and so will the reviews. So, hey, how you doing? So, of course, you guys know how the gimmick goes. We got to let everybody spill their deal and let y'all know what is going down. So, because Mike is the special guest of today, what's the haps, Mike? What's going down on your page over there? Congrats on the 1K, by the way.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. And I appreciate your kind words at the end of the show. That really meant a lot. Thank you, Noah. It's always a pleasure being on the show. And just doing the damn thing with y'all. So if y'all want to check out Mike Larkin 92, subscribe, because you get to see that face and Daniel Crimmins and Paul Morales and I for the weekly review. Uncaged, we just wrapped up our season 4 with the Blackhearts over here with Robert Davis and, of course, the Demoness Nicola McDonald, for where we talked about the Tribal Chief. We're going to put the ones in the air for Roman Reigns, the one true Tribal Chief. We had a special Wrestle Dream predictions where this one was gimmicked out, as well as Nicola. The Black Hearts were in full effect on that episode, which was so fun. More on the mic, but mics are coming. There's just been a lot on the table. Go to the YouTube page. It'll be right there. LFCfights.com, StephenMikeShow.com. There's a lot going down. I put in a lot of the archive shows on my channel as well with new shows. Content is constantly coming, and I appreciate everyone that's been checking it out. And as well, with this fine show, a lot of the archives of Max Wrestling on my channel as well. So if you want to see the catalog, if you want to see the legacy, if you want to see the lineage, go on over to Mike Larkin 92 and subscribe and check out all the goodness. Not my goodies, yet my goodies, to quote Sierra. Pants are not coming off, but we may talk about sucking your dick from the back. Robert Davis, say it with me. No crits!
Goodness gracious. I love you guys. Guys, fantastic. Rob, what's the haps? What's coming up next for you?
Hey, you know what? I've got 33.31% of Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling here with me. I've got 75% of Kicking It with the TSK here. We've got a lot of things going on. Everything that Mike just said, that's what we got going on. So we'll be predicting some shows coming up here soon. So we'll probably be throwing out some predictions for Full Gear. We're probably going to be doing predictions for Survivor Series, NXT Heat Wave. We have our Origin Series coming back. We'll be doing Karrion Kross. We've got a really fun episode we've been talking about for weeks now, where we're going to talk about Diddy and the making with the band, make the things we got coming over.
We got the Pop Culture History podcast. I'll add on to his point. So with the light events of Diddy being out there, we're going to react and we're going to watch the Making the Band Cheesecake walking 3 hours to friggin' Juniors and 3 hours back. Yes, we're going there, Moses.
We are going there.
Oh my God!
That's going to be over on Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling. Any of those links you want to hit, linktree/BlackHeartsEBD3. You'll find the link to Mike's YouTube. We got a Facebook. We got an Instagram. We're over on the TikTok now, which is getting some steam. We're on Twitter. We don't call it X. Fuck you, Elon. We've got Kicking It with the TSK. We've got our own Instagram. We've got our own Facebook. Over on the Max Wrestling YouTube, we've got some episodes there. We've got some lost episodes in the pipeline that'll hopefully see the light of day soon. Linktree / Kicking It with the TSK KITTSW1. I believe that is the. We'll put the right link down below.
Always check it.
That's all we got going on over here. And if you want to come talk to me about, the Tribal Chief for pasta, or, oh my gosh, there goes my phone. I might need a new phone. So if you got a new phone, come see me, Linktree / Hey, it's Rob.
Hey, it's Rob. Let's pray the phone ain't broke. DC, the pundit's been waiting. I've been waiting. The fans have been waiting.
You will be seeing that tomorrow. Let's see, this will be going up Friday.
Yes,
you will be seeing it Friday.
Hey,
I re-recorded it. Wasn't happy. I want it to be right.
I like that.
I was raised, if you're gonna do something, do it right.
Trying to do it right.
There you go.
And we got Uncaged. Our next season is coming back. Our first episode. This is gonna be a good one. One of the most controversial WWE stars of all time. Muhammad Hassan.
Oh, yeah.
What went wrong? What we would have done differently? That is going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah, so we're going to cover Muhammad Hassan from his days as Mark Magnus and OVW going against Johnny Jeter, who would later go beyond to Johnny and the Spirit Squad. So there's a lot to analyze, dissect, and decipher in that show.
Wow. I love it. There's so much happening. Thanks to Mike having everybody have the ability to do all this fun stuff. So we appreciate you so we can bring out all this fun content. Speaking of content outside of the TSK TakeOver, continuing for the foreseeable future and whatever fun stuff we drop, the Max Football Pod is on its way back. The U.S. men's national team. Yes, I know I'm an American. I'm talking football. It's soccer for over here, over there. It's different, but that's outside the point. U.S. men's national team just played Jamaica. Played well. We're going to talk about that. We're going to break that down in 3 weeks' time. In 3 weeks' time, the MLS, the Major League Soccer, gets a brand new team based here in beautiful, sunny San Diego, California, and it turns to draft time. I will take a deep dive into the eligible players that the San Diego FC can pick up. 5 players that are going to make a true difference and make us maybe not make a run for the league, but definitely make an impact in our first season. So you got some Max Wrestling, you got some Max Football Pod, you got some Mike Larkin, you got some pundit, you got some black cards. It's just everything. There's just so much happening, and the only way you could do it. Cheesecake. Just follow us all on all the fun socials. You can do the Max Wrestling UK, Captain 512, SMR Podnet, Max Football Pod, and of course everything these gentlemen dropped. And of course, head on over to the beautifully done website, maxwrestlingnet.wavy.com. Hit the subscribe button, follow button, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, as soon as you're done with this, go check out Cypher the Prophet TikTok, because he's going to hit you up with the official post show of Max Wrestling After Max. And of course, join us next week as we predict Full Gear and our Go Home Show 2 promo series. Find out who the final entrant will be in the Golden Gauntlet. It goes down next week. So as they say in Canada, goodbye and good night. Bang.
Subscribe to us! Why can't we be friends? Why are we fighting?